And just tomorrow is the full moon day of Vesak. And we give our heartiest greetings to all of you from Mahabodhi Society and Mahabodhi Research Center. Mahabodhi Research Center is an academic research wing of Mahabodhi Society. And we are celebrating this Buddha Purnima by organizing an Dhamma seminar, International Dhamma seminar, which the theme of this seminar is the significance of Vesak Buddha Purnima, the triple blessed day. We will be discussing about on the theme Vesak Buddha Purnima, the significance of Buddha Purnima, which marks the birth, enlightenment, and Mahaparinirvana of Lord Buddha. And on this day, we will have distinguished guests as speakers from Thailand, from Myanmar, and from India. And our most venerable abbot and the president of Mahabodhi Society, Bengaluru, Venerable Kasapa Mahathera, will be gracing and bless this auspicious occasion. Without further delay, we would like to start this session by paying homage, by paying Buddha Vandana. So the venerable monks of Mahabodhi, Bengaluru, will offer a short chanting. Before that, we would light the candle. Professor Dr. K. Ramchandra with us today. He is the principal of Maharani Cluster University and a very senior Mahaupasaka, a scholar and a research guide and coordinator for Mahabodhi Research Center. We welcome Professor Ramchandra sir for this seminar. We have Venerable, of course, he is a Upasaka, very senior and old Upasaka, Dr. B.V. Rajaramji with us. And Rajaram sir is the oldest associates of Mahabodhi Society and great devout disciple of Padabhante and very committed Upasaka who has been rendering great service. He is also the director for translations and also he is guiding the PhD candidate. So without further ado, we will now light up the candle and start this seminar offering a puja. Sarang Rakita. Okay. Namo Buddhaya. Homage to the Blessed One, to the Perfect One, to the Supremely Enlightened One. Most respected members of Mahasangha, dear Venerable monks, and dear friends in the Dhamma. I welcome everybody for today's this evening symposium on the occasion of Vesak. We just have offered our offering, a chanting, by paying our homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Now, we have with us today already our distinguished speakers have joined in already. May I, Venerable Achanta, can you able to hear me? Our audio and video, you could able to hear us?
Yes, I already can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, Ajahn. Thank you very much. Yes, Ajahn. Yes, Ajahn.
Oh.
We will now give the welcome and introductions of our speaker. Our abbot will also come to grace this occasion. Venerable, we have Venerable Jagara Lankara Sayadaw, Dr. Jagara Lankara from Burma. Bante, can you able to hear me?
Yeah, namaste, Bani. I'm all here.
Yes, namaste, namaste, Bante. Namaste. So happy to see you. Bante.
Yeah. I'm also still based in Mahabodhi Society. I haven't been for 8 years, I think.
Yes, Bante. You stayed long time in India. Yeah, I know that you have visited to Mahabodhi, and when Blananda and me, we talk a lot about you, Bante.
Thank you, Bani.
Yeah. So, Bante, we just started a little bit early of just a chanting by the time you join in. With your permission, we may start now. Can you? Oh, yes, Bante, please welcome. Just we're waiting for. No, Bante, पूजा भी किया है या छोटा सा पूजा किया था आपको वेट करते समय अभी yeah. तो शुरू करेंगे। पहले हम ये है करते हैं। Okay. Okay. बैठिए Bante. So Bante Achanta, our abbot has graced the occasion. Venerable Ajahn Virasak Suvarnamang Bante from IBSC Thailand, and we have Jagara Lankara Bante from Burma Bante. Maybe Bante. You met him Bante in the university. Yeah. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the triple gem. Homage at the holy feet of our teacher, most venerable Acharya Udarakita, the founder president of Mahabodhi Society and its organizations. Grateful salutations to our abbot and president of Mahabodhi organizations, most venerable Kasapa Mahathera Guru Bhante, who has kindly graced this seminar today and will be presiding over this seminar. We welcome our abbot to this seminar, and most venerable Achanta from IB International Buddhist Study College from MCU, most venerable Jagara Lankara Sayadaw from Burma, and dear members of Mahasangha, Upasakas and Upasikas, Professor Dr. K. Ramchandraji, Dr. B.B. Rajaramji, on behalf of Mahabodhi Research Center, Mahabodhi Society, Bengaluru, I welcome all of you and extend heartiest Vesak greetings to all of you. Let me give you a brief introduction about this seminar on this auspicious occasion. Now, in the Dhammapada, it is said, Sukho Buddhanang Upado, Sukho Sadhamma Desana, Sukha Sanghassa Samaggi, Samagganang Taposukho. Blessed is the birth of the Buddhas. Blessed is the enunciation of the sacred teachings. Blessed is the harmony in the order, Sangha, and blessed is the spiritual pursuit of the united truth seekers. Now, the birth of the Buddha is indeed very blessed because the birth of the Buddhas brings happiness to the mankind. Therefore, whoever practices the Dhamma, they live happily here and now. The Buddha, having attained this supreme enlightenment through wisdom, he also preached this noble Dhamma for the mankind. So, just as the forest groves in springtime burst forth in blossoms of myriad hues, even so, the Buddha is the sublime Dhamma leading to Nibbana for the highest good. Having gained the highest of excellence, he is the knower, giver, and bringer of supreme excellence. Being ever the unexcelled one, he expounded this most excellent teaching. The Lord Buddha, indeed, is the perfect one, the Arahant, Samma Sambuddho, the supremely enlightened one. He is the Vijja Charana Sampanno, the embodiment of wisdom and virtue. Sugato, the sublime one, and Lokavidu, the knower of the realms. He is the incomparable tamer of individuals who is ready to be tamed, and he is the supreme master of gods and men. He is the enlightened and the liberated and the blessed Lord. So the word Buddha, if you understand, then we should understand the nature of his enlightenment. This nature of Bodhi can be defined in three terms. One is to be awake, to be discovered and to be penetrated. The awakened, he rises from the slumber of the continuum of phenomenal existence. He is fully enlightened because he has rightly and by himself discovered all the Dhammas, together and separately, simultaneously and successively. According to his will, he is enlightened because he penetrates the noble truths and realizes Nibbana. And because of his ability to penetrate into all the dharmas, he is the all-seer, the omniscient one. Now, the Buddha has defined as the embodiment of compassion, unbounded compassion, and infinite wisdom. His infinite wisdom enabled him to win absolute knowledge, the highest mastery and deliverance. And his compassion enables him to undertake the most difficult and arduous career of Bodhisattva and lead others on the path of deliverance. So when the Buddha sees life in the world is conditioned by craving and surrounded by old age, caught by the snare of death, bound by grand bondage, and by the bondage of lust, hate, and delusions, there is no one to release it from the bondage except the Tathagata. The great compassion towards beings swells up in him. Therefore, the Buddha, with his great compassion towards beings, he preached, discovered, and gave us this noble Dhamma. So we need now the Buddha all the more. The present world of storm and strife, conflicts, hatred, and violence, the wisdom and compassion of Buddha is as meaningful, as valid, as beneficial, as relevant. It was then at the time of the Buddha. And even now, it is required more than ever before. Only his message of compassion can save the world from further catastrophe. 2567th year has passed, but the Buddha's timeless teachings to liberate the beings from sufferings is more than ever needed at this present time. We are commemorating this Vesak on the occasion of the three great events of the birth, enlightenment, and the Mahaparinibbana, which had happened on this very Vaisakha full moon day. So literally on this day, the birth of the Buddha happened, the enlightened one arisen on this day, and the Bhagavan, the Lord, has passed into Mahaparinibbana. So commemorating this great events, we are all gathered up together. So without further delay, this is the theme of discussing the significance of this Vaisakha day, the Buddha day, and the thrice blessed day. Today we have Most Venerable Fra Virasak Suvarnavang, who is lovely known as Achanta, joining us from IBSC, International Buddhist Studies College from Thailand. I welcome you, Bante, once again to this auspicious Dhamma seminar. Venerable, I'm going to introduce her. We'll introduce Bante. Venerable Fra Virasak Suvarnavang, widely known as Achanta, a noble follower of the Dhamma, walking in the footsteps of the Buddha, and was ordained as a Buddhist monk, taking the name Jayadhamma Bhikkhu on July 13, 2011. Obtained a Bachelor of BBA with a BIT major in Computer and Networking from Edith Cowan University, Western Australia, and also obtained a Master of Arts in Peace Studies from Mahachulalongkorn Raja Vidyalaya University, MCU, Thailand, and was a visiting scholar at the South Asian Center of the University of Pennsylvania, USA. Venerable Ajahn Ta has started his spiritual journey in the tradition of Ajahn Panyananda Bhikkhu, a Dhamma friend, Kalyana Mitta of eminent Buddhist monk Ajahn Buddha Dasa Bhikkhu of Swanmukh, Currently, he is the abbot at Buddha Panya Monastery, Sena, located in Ayutthaya, Thailand. Venerable have published 15 works, including Common Buddhist Text, Guidance and Insight from the Buddha, the Thai version, Buddhist Peace, means Integration, Theories and Conflict Management Tools, and Manual of Academic Works, Research Papers, Thesis, Dissertations, and Articles. He is also helping to edit the second edition of Introduction to Early Buddhism, Philosophical Text, Concept Questions by Professor Dr. Frank J. Hoffman. Additionally, he is a lecturer at International Buddhist Studies College, MCU, and serves as the editor of the Journal of the International Association of Buddhist University, published by MCU. The Venerable Achan has interest in Theravada Buddhism, Abhidharma, and early Buddhism. Apart from conducting research, he offers a scholarship for both Thai and foreign Dhamma seekers in guidance in mindfulness meditation practice and teaching Buddhist philosophy at MCU, Myanmar, Vietnam, Korea, Finland, and the Buddha Panya Monastery, Sena. So thank you very much, Achan Tha. We are so deeply grateful to you for joining us today, and we are honored to have you with us today. So our first speakers, the keynote speakers, is Venerable Achan Tha. I request you to deliver your address. Thank you, Achan.
Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sankhaya. Good evening, respected Mahasangha, friend in the Dhamma, and welcome to this symposium on the significance of Vesak Buddha Days. Today we gather to commemorate the birth, enlightenment, and parinibbana of the Lord Buddha, a triple-blessed day celebrated by Buddhists all around the world. As we all know, Buddhism is a global religion with followers from all parts of the world. It is a religion that promotes peace, compassion, and mindfulness. And its teaching have spread far and wide. The fact that we have participants from different parts of the world joining us today is a testament to the universalities of Buddha's teaching. I would like to take the moment to acknowledge the challenges that we are all facing in this difficult time. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted our life in many ways, and it's had affected people all around the world. However, it is heartening to see that despite these challenges, we are still able to come together to celebrate Vesak Buddha Days. This is a testament to our resilience and to the power of Buddha teaching to bring people together. For those of you who are joining us from afar, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you. We may be separated by distance, but we are united in our Metta Karuna for the Buddha teaching. I hope that this symposium will be a meaningful and inspiring experience for all of us, and that we will be able to learn from each other's perspective and insights. Once again, welcome to this symposium on the significance of the Vesak Buddha Day. I am honored to be here with you all today, and I look forward to a fruitful and engaging discussion. The light of Buddha is extraordinarily born as Prince Siddhartha. In Lumbini, Nepal, he was designed to become a great king. However, he was not content to be a life of luxury and privilege, and he left his palace to seek answer of life's deepest question. He practiced asceticism and meditation, and after 6 years of struggle, he finally attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Bodhgaya, India. Buddha enlightenment was a pivotal moment in history. He realized the fundamental truth that suffering exists, that suffering arises from craving and attachment, that suffering can be overcome and that the path to the end of suffering is the Noble Eightfold Path. Buddha teaching, known as the Dhamma, have since spread all over the world and have brought peace and happiness to countless people. The Dhamma, the teaching of the Buddha, is the path that leads to liberation from suffering. It is the foundation of Buddhist practice and the source of wisdom and compassion. When we see the Dhamma, we see the truth that the Buddha saw. We understand the nature of suffering, its causes, and the way to end it. But what does it mean to see the Dhamma as seeing the Buddha? It means to understand that the Dhamma is not just collection of teaching, but a manifestation of the Buddha's enlightenment. When we practice the Dhamma, we are following in the footsteps of the Buddha. We are embodying his wisdom and compassion. To see the Dhamma as seeing the Buddha is to recognize that the Buddha is not just historical figure, but he is a living present in our life. When we practice the Dhamma, we are in a sense in the presence of the Buddha. We are receiving his teaching and his blessing. The Buddha once said, "He who sees the Dhamma, see me. He who sees me, see the Dhamma." This means that the Dhamma and the Buddha are inseparable. When we see the Dhamma, we see the Buddha. And when we see the Buddha, we see the Dhamma. So, as we celebrate Vesak Day, let us reflect on the importance of seeing Dhamma as seeing Buddha. Let us strive to understand the Dhamma, to practice it, and to embody the wisdom and compassion of the Buddha. May the blessing of the Buddha be with us all. Today we celebrate the Vesak Day, a day not just important for Buddhists but all humanity. In 1999, United Nations recognized Vesak as the International Day of Observance, and is how now celebrated in countries all around the world. Vesak is a day of peace, reflection, and gratitude. It is a time to remember the Buddha's teaching and to renew our commitment to living in harmony with ourselves and others. So I'm from Thailand. I would love to a bit with the Vesak Day has cultural significance in Thailand. So may all of our Dhamma friends can celebrate with us in Thailand. So the significance in Thailand is celebrated every year. Most of the Thai temple have a Vesak ceremony in May, which is this month. In December of 1999, the United Nations recognized the Day of Vesak as an international day and encouraged appropriate activity to be held annually in May at the United Nations headquarters and other regional UN offices. The Sangha, government, and the people of Thailand have cooperated to organize activity to celebrate this important day every year at the local, national, and international level. In May 2004, Buddhist leaders from 13 countries were invited to participate in the World Buddhist Leader Conference on the international recognition of the Day of Vesak at Puttamonthon. An academic conference was also organized on Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism on the time at Puttamonthon. And later, they also joined the meeting at the UN Convention Center. The meeting concluded with the joint decision to collaborate to organize the Vesak Day celebration in Thailand in subsequent years. Following that, in July 24, 2004, Thailand and Thai Sangha in the USA organized the Day of Vesak activity at the UN headquarters in the New York City, USA. Mahachulalongkorn University, MCU was appointed by Sangha Supreme Council to be the primary organizer of International Buddhist Conference on the United Nations Day of Vesak since 2004 until current year at Ayutthaya Wang main campus and Puttamonton and the UN Convention Center in Bangkok. Under the sponsorship of the Royal Thai government, along with associate activity for Buddhist promotion week at Sanam Luang, this meeting successfully achieved its goal with the Buddhists representing 42 countries taking part. International Buddhist representative jointly signed to recognize Puttamonton, Thailand as a World Center of Buddhism and to organize the Vesak Day celebration in Thailand. Since then, MCU as the primary organizer. So, from previous year, it was the 17th United Nations Day of Vesak celebration under the theme of compassion in the time of the crisis, Buddhist practices and the healing global community to carry out celebrating activity on the UN Day of Vesak 2022. Participants comprises around 3,000 religious leaders and Buddhists from 85 countries at the main campus of Mahachulalongkorn University and UNCC Hall in Bangkok. This year, MCO haven't announced yet, but the schedule will be on the June 1 and 2, 2023, or in Thai we call Buddhist era at 25 and 66 Buddhist era. Thailand will once again organize 18 United Nations Day of Vesak under the themes of Buddha Panya, coping with the global crisis, to carry out the celebrating activity on the UN Day of Vesak 2023. On Vesak, we remember not just the Buddha birth enlightenment, but also his parinibbana, or passing away. Is it a reminder that all things are impermanent and that we must cherish the time we have to use to help others? Buddha's life was one of service, and he dedicates himself to elevating to suffering of others. His teaching remains a source of inspiration for us all. And on this auspicious day, we should strive to emulate his example. In conclusion, Vesak Buddha Day is a triple blessed day that commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and parinibbana of the Lord Buddha. It is a day of peace, reflection, gratitude, and it is celebrated all around the world. On this day, we remember the Buddha teaching and we renew our commitment to living in harmony with ourselves and others. Let us take inspiration from his life, observe it, and strive to make the world a better place. I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude to Anumodhana. Thank you to all of you for joining this symposium on the significance of Vesak Buddha Day. Your presence and attention have made this event success. I would like to extend special thanks to you, the Mahabodhi Society and Mahabodhi Research Center in Bengaluru, India, for organizing this auspicious symposium. Your hard work and dedication have made this event possible, and we are all grateful for opportunity to come together to commemorate Vesak Buddha Day and explore the teaching of Buddha. Anumodhana, and thank you once again for all of you of your participation and engagement in this symposium. May Lord Buddha teaching continue to inspire and guide us all towards greater compassion, wisdom, with true peace, happiness, and good health. ภวตุสัพพมังคลังละคันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภวันตุเต
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Next speaker. Our deepest and heartiest anumodana to you, Venerable Fra Ajahn Virasaksa Vanavong Achanta, for giving this wonderful, very inspiring Vaisak address from Thailand. We express our heartfelt appreciation for joining us in this event and remembering us the teachings of Lord Buddha, how we can see the Dhamma by practicing the Buddha's teachings in our daily life, and how we can truly practice this reflect peace, gratitude, harmony, and live with concord and harmony with oneself and with everybody around us. So Ajanta, your compassionate message, I hope, has really reached out to many through these Vesak events. And no words are enough to say thank you to you for taking your time and joining us this event. So from Mahabodhi Society, Mahabodhi Research Center, thank you so much, Bante. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. We have now another very distinguished, very great teacher and meditation master, Venerable Dr. Jagara Lankara. I extend my heartiest greetings to you, Bante, on this auspicious event, and I welcome you to this seminar. Venerable Dr. Jagara Lankara, who is the professor and head of Department of Pali in Dhammadutta Chekinda University, Yangon, Myanmar. Bante Jagara Lankara was born in Myanmar, and he is a Theravada Buddhist monk, engaging himself in various social-religious activities in his homeland, while occasionally visiting some Asian and European countries for Dhamma teachings. He is traditionally well-versed in Pali and highly qualified Pali Dhammacharya with wide knowledge of Pali Tipitaka and meditation teacher. In Pali language and literature, Buddhist history, Theravada Abhidhamma philosophy, Myanmar Buddhism, meditation, and social engaged Buddhism are his research interest, and several articles have been presented and published at home and abroad. In 2017, his academic work Dynamic of Socially Engaged Buddhism in Myanmar, has been published in New Delhi, India, and currently he is the professor and head of the Department of Pali in Dhammadutta Chekinda University, Yangon, Myanmar. So he has over 8 years of experience in research, 20 years in teachings, and public meditation teaching since 2016, and Dhamma teaching since 2011. The Venerable Sayadaw is the senior Sayadaw in Dhammadutta Buddhist Society, Yangon, and who is serving as professor and HOD of Pali and Buddhist Studies, senior executive members of University Council, Dhammadutta Chekinda University, Yangon, Myanmar. So Bante, we are so deeply honored to have you today. And we remember, Bante, you had visited to Mahabodhi quite long back and has met our abbot and Venerable Ananda Bante while Bante was doing his PhD in New Delhi, and he successfully completed his PhD from Delhi. So Bante, please give us your Vesak address.
Namaste and Onami Mahathira, And greeting to all our Dhamma brother and sister from Bengaluru, and Sawadikap to our most beloved Sayadaw Ajanta. And thank you, Mahabodhi Society and Mahabodhi Research Center for inviting and giving me this opportunity to participate and to share my thought on this Vesak Day. And also thank you to for sharing your thought and giving us the message how we should reflect ourselves on this auspicious day. And namaste to all you again. Personally speaking, I am very delightful to know that Mahabodhi Society is running special course and working in different area and different part of the world. In 2014, I visited Mahabodhi Society in Bengaluru, Bande Kaspaji Undami, and I'm also give my regard to Ananda Bandi. And also, I spent a week there, and I learned many things from Mahabodhi Society. And today, I get this opportunity to share what I have learned and what I would like to share with our old Dhamma friends. Just now, after 8 years of my visit to Bengaluru, coming back from Delhi and working in my homeland and working in my preceptor in my Dhamma Acharya University, one thing is people sharing my message on Vesak. I would like to say one thing. Some professor, I would like to invite the professor and senior Sangha member to our university and our Buddhist society when the time comes right. And also, if possible, I would like to invite Bandi Achanta to give us favor for sharing your thought with our university student, if possible. I would like to invite Venerable again. So, Myanmar, as you know, is after COVID-19, we are now facing such unfortunate situation, especially in political crisis, even until now. And we are still struggling to get to normalcy, to get to normal situation. But even in this situation, we all Burmese, as a Buddhist, can still survive, can still live, especially most devout Buddhists, a happy life and still peaceful life. We are still living. So, what is the reason behind this? Is because we get something from the Buddha. All the Buddhists across the world, they get the Dhamma as a gift from the Buddha. So on that point, I would like to share regarding this current situation and relating to the significance of Buddhist teaching and Vesak Day. So as we all Buddhists know, Samvejaniya Sutta or Anguttara Nikaya is defined and it suggests 4 places and 4 events of the Buddha as a true Buddhist, as a devout Buddhist, as a believer of the Dhamma should visit and pay a visit with devotion. And the first place, in Pali term, we call Ida Tathagata Janto, where the Buddha was born. That place should be visited by a Buddhist, devout Buddhist. This the first suggestion from the Buddha himself recorded in Anguttara Nikaya. The second point and second place, what the Buddha suggests is Ida Tathagato Anuttaran Sammasambodhi Bisambodo. The original teaching is this. where the Buddha become enlightened person, where the Buddha eradicate all the defilements and become the Buddha. That place also should be visited. And the third place is Ira Tathagato Dhammasakam Bodhisi. The past place where the Buddha delivered his Dhammasaka Buddhana Sutta, in which the heart teaching of the Buddha line, the Four Noble Truths. And the last place and the last point, by the Buddha himself suggested, is the place where the Buddha passed away. 4 point, the Buddha he himself in his lifetime suggests all the Buddhists and his followers to visit these 4 places. The commentator and sub-commentator, they explain why should a Buddhist visit that place. A true Buddhist, the follower of the Buddha, by visiting the place, these places, he can reflect on himself and on the Dharma. On the Dharma. Vesak Day, commemorating and marking 3 significant life memory of the Buddha, birth, enlightenment, and the Mahaparinibbana, the final passing away. These 3 points are included in these 4 suggestions of the Buddha. So, if we are analyzing and reconsidering these 3 events, path, Ida Tathagato Jado, on this full moon day, we are now, especially and generally regard as the full moon day, as Vesak. But in Pali and commentary, they give more emphasis on the event. Not the time, not the day, and not the place. It gives emphasis on the situation where the Buddha was born. And in this state, in that situation, we should reflect. We are all, as a human, born just the same to the Buddha. In academically and historically speaking, all religious leader, almost all the religious leader, are they say in their term divine and messenger or something else. But our Buddha, in Pali, it clearly mentioned, he is human. He is a man. This is the very important message. As a human and as a man, how he can live his life and how he led his life to enlightenment and how he experienced the life and how he saw himself in dhammic way. That is the message how we should reflect on this situation. This is a very important and very significance of Buddhism and Buddha teaching. Comparing to other religion, the Buddha is said he is a man and he was born in Asian India, Nepal. This very important message because it shows the possibility and potential and the highest of possibility of humankind. The Buddha is showing example. That's why we need to remember that things. In historical study, after discovering that Lumbini inscription, all the evidence show that Siddhartha was the truth, and he became the Buddha also with the truth, and he is the really significant leader of that religion. We can prove that way. This is the first point. The second point, where the Buddha was enlightened, where the Buddha became enlightened person. This place also should be visited by a Buddhist. This is the Buddha's suggestion. So this, in terms of spirituality, the Buddha was born as a human materially, physically in Nepal. And in his 35, after 6 year long struggling and searching for the truth, he became the Buddha. That's